Hello guys, this is Siva here again. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys a volatility index strategy that you can use to grow your small account. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I'll be sharing with you guys how the strategy works. Okay, now as you can see, this is the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so this is where we are to do our analysis for this strategy. Okay, this is the time frame I recommend you do your analysis with this strategy. Okay, because here on the 4 hours time frame, I have observed that the um the price respect our setup more better than the lower time frame. Okay, so I choose this time frame to do the analysis for this strategy. Okay, so what I want you guys to do now is to make sure to listen to everything I'll be explaining here in this video, because this is a very powerful strategy. This is a VIP strategy. Okay, make sure you understand everything I'm saying. Okay, now this is how it works. Okay, after you analyze from the hour time frame, okay, you go down to the 5 minute time frame, then you look for your entry. All right, and I'll be showing you guys everything here in this video. Okay, now the first thing is that you mark out, or you try to understand the trend of the market. As you can see, we are in a downtrend here. Based on what I've analyzed, we are in a downtrend. All right, and also here on the indicator window, this is where the indicators comes in. Okay, you can see that here on the indicator window, the indicators are showing us that price is currently in a downtrend. All right, you can see the blue and black is below the blue line, which is showing you that price is in a downtrend. All right, this is what the indicator is there to help you do. It's just to simplify everything for you. Even if you are a beginner, you don't need to use all this trend line I'm using here. Okay, this here is to simplify everything for you. Right, so you can see price was the line was below the black and green line was below the blue line, signifying that we are in a downtrend. Right, you can see all this time price. Let's get rid of this second line here. Now you can see all this time price was below this trend line. Also on the indicator window, price was below the blue line. Right, now this is where price broke above the trend line, and also on the indicator window, although the indicator is that, like, it's kind of slower than the trend line, right, but it's still accurate. Right, you can see it broke out of the blue line, right, just like price did here. Right, now this is how you make use of it. So once you see that the green line has broke above the blue line, all right, once you see this green and black line breaking above the blue line, what you do is that you wait for the retest. All right, you don't just go look for entry immediately, you wait for the retest. Now on the main chart, you can see that price broke above our trend line. Now it came back for retest. All right, now the retest you are going to be making use of is that you want to see price coming to touch our red line here. You can see this red moving average here. That's the function of the moving average. It serves as a support and resistance zone, and you want to see price comes to touch it before you think of taking entries. All right, so now I'm going to mark this area, then go down to the 5 minute time frame to show you guys how it works. Okay, now let's mark this area where it touches the red line. This was the area where it touches the red line on the main chart. All right, so I'm going to put in this line here again to show you how it works. So this is how you basically analyze the chart before you take your entry with this strategy. All right, so once you mark this area, you go down to your 5 minute time frame. So we are in the 5 minute time frame now. So I'll scroll back to show you that area. All right, so this is the area where it touches the moving average, right? This is the area. You can see this is our line, okay, and this is our zone. So now this is what you are to do. All right, this is what you are to do. This is how you take your entry with the strategy. And as you can see here on the 5-minute time frame, it's showing that price is in a downtrend previously, right? Then also, if you're a beginner, you can decide to trade based on the indicator here on the 5-minute time frame. You wait for it to break above your blue line, right? And you go in for your buy. You just take your buy, all right? Take your buy from this area. So immediately this crosses the blue line on the indicator window, you wait for it to happen to also cross the red line on the main chart, right? You wait for it to cross on the main chart. So once it breaks and close above the red line on the main chart, you take your buy, right? You take your buy from this area here. Immediately it loses and your stop loss goes below the structure there, right? And then you can target to any level you want, right? Now this is how I recommend you do it. This is more safer. Although if you're a beginner and you don't know how to do price action, you can use it based on the indicator as I've just explained, okay? Now if you understand a little bit of price action, this is how you do it to be more safer, right? Now you want to see price break above the most recent structure before you think of going in. Right now, this is how you do that. You wait for price. This is the most recent structure price made here, right? You draw your, when it goes down, you draw your line here. All right, now what you are waiting for is that you want to wait for price to come back up, break above this line, right? It needs to break, right? Break and close above this line here, right? So once it breaks and close above the line, that's when you take your entry, right? So you watch out for the candlestick that will break and close that above that line. Now you can see this is the one. There's this green candle here. Let me zoom in. This candlestick here was the one that broke above it, right? So the candlestick that breaks above it, all right, the structure that candlestick made, all right, the most recent structure before that candlestick is the one you place your stop loss in order to minimize your stop loss, okay, in order to minimize your risk, sorry, all right, so that your risk will not be too much, all right. So this one is the one that breaks above it, right? So your stop loss, let's see, for example, you took your entry from here, so your stop loss is going to be below this structure, right? So as you can see, we will be losing about $1 here, around this area here. And the according to the strategy, the recommended place you are to place your TP, right? You are going to be doing it based on the 4 hours time frame, right? So that you can maximize your profit, right? So you go back to the 4 hours time frame. Now on the 4 hours time frame, you want to be targeting for the most recent structure, okay, which is this area here, right? So I will mark it out so that you see what I'm talking about. So this area is going to be your TP area, this one here, right? So let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. So now that's the area you target. So you took your entry from around this area here. Your stop loss was below here, and your TP is around this area here. All right, so you are risking $1 and your TP is going to be $3. All right, so this is how you do it. All right, so this is $3 because I'm using the lowest lot size here. All right, so if I'm to increase the lot size, then you see that the profit will be bigger. But for those of you who have a small account, and this is V75 index, right, so you can use this strategy on V75 index. You can use it to grow your $10 or your $5. All right, you can be doing this little by little every single day, all right, until you grow your small account into a bigger one. All right, so you can see that this is a very powerful strategy, all right, and it works almost all the time. All right, so let's go back to our 4 hours time frame so that I'll show you guys some more examples on how the strategy work. Okay, but before I do that, I want to tell you guys that you should always practice with this strategy with your demo. All right, make sure you practice for like a week or two, confirm the strategy is working for you before you go live. Okay, before you go live, although this is a very powerful strategy, this is a VIP strategy. Okay, so make sure you practice very well first, master the strategy before you deposit money and start trading. Okay, so let me show you guys another example, a sell example. So you can see our blue line cross below, the green and black cross below the blue line here. All right, now you wait for the retest, right? So you wait for the retest to go touch the red line here, then immediately it touches, you go down to your 5-minute time frame, right? You go down to your 5-minute time frame, you wait for the most recent structure the market will make to be broken above or below. Sorry, this time is below. You wait for the most recent structure to be broken below, right? So once price broke below that, you go in for your sell. All right, you apply everything I've just explained to you. Now you do the opposite. All right, you just do the opposite. The first one was buy, and now this is a sell opportunity, so you do the opposite. All right, so that is basically how it works. Okay, that is just how the strategy is. All right, I don't want to mark this area and go back it will take a long time to go back to this area. You can see this is far backward. All right, so it's going to take a long time. That's why I'm just explaining. I'm just doing the explanation from the 4 hours time frame here. Okay, so but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that is basically how the strategy works. It's a very good strategy. I want you guys to test it out. All right, very wonderful strategy. Okay, so I think that's all. All right, that is all for this video. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is that you make sure to practice very well with the strategy before you implement it. Okay, so before I go, I want to quickly remind you guys about the powerful boom and crash strategy, the VIP strategy for growing as little as a $5 account. Okay, if you are a beginner and you have been blowing your account, okay, make sure to come for this strategy I'm talking about. It's a very powerful strategy for growing as little as a $5 account. Even if you are a beginner, okay, you can use this strategy, and everything you need to know is already explained in a private video. Okay, so if you want to get the strategy, you check the description of this video. You are going to see my WhatsApp contact there. Make sure to message me and we'll discuss on how you get the strategy. All right, so guys, that is all for this one. Okay, if you are a new viewer coming across my channel for the first time, please make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a powerful strategy like this, you get notified immediately. And to my returning viewers, you guys are all welcome. Okay, so I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Silver out.